Okay guys, one of my favorites today, crispy golden Thai shrimp cakes. Homemade, our family recipe. Not using any pork fat or baking powder, but using fresh shrimp. Now if you use frozen shrimp, make sure you defrost it and drain it so you don't have excess water. Now using fresh shrimp, I'm finely chopping it just to give texture to our shrimp. I am not going to use a blender. This is going to be done by hand with a knife as I prefer. I don't like that fluffy up liquidized texture of a shrimp cake that you get in the restaurants. Now obviously if you're making it at home, you don't have to add the pork fat that the restaurants add. Now they add that for packing, to pack it out, because obviously shrimp's quite expensive. Making it at home, you can use whole shrimp, finely chop it and then mince it through with a knife, and that keeps the texture rather than have it all liquidized. So it's very easy to do. Give it a mincing with a knife. Keep the texture in your shrimp cake. When you've minced it up enough, you need to put your shrimp mixture into a mixing bowl. And then what we need to do then, we need to take 4 coriander roots and we need to finely chop through the coriander root. Now this is only to aid in mashing it up in the pestle and mortar. Now if you don't have coriander roots, use the bottom end of the coriander stalk. So finally chop it through and add it for grinding. And then what we're going to do is add our garlic and black peppercorns. Now you could add white pepper, and most Thai dishes are made with white pepper, but I prefer to use just a teaspoon of black peppercorns for this recipe. Now give it a good mashing. We want a fine paste for this so we can add it to our shrimp mixture. So add it to the shrimp mixture, and then what we need to do then, we need to add salt, sugar, soy sauce and an egg. And then what we're going to do is just give it a mix through. Now mix it well. Make sure everything's incorporated into our shrimp cake mixture. Now you could use a blender and blend the whole lot, but you know, I prefer to make it by hand. Now I'm using tempura flour, and again we need to mix this all the way through the shrimp mixture. And that's it guys, that is our shrimp cake mixture made. So what we have to do now, we have to put our pan on, put enough oil in for deep frying and put onto a medium heat. We do not want to overheat our oil so our shrimp cakes burn. And then all we need to do, take out a good tablespoon of mixture, add it to our breadcrumbs. Now I'm using panko breadcrumbs. You can use any breadcrumbs. So add about a good tablespoon of mixture to our breadcrumbs and then make it into a little pate. Now repeat as many times until you use up your shrimp cake mixture. Now obviously These are not going to puff up like they do in the restaurant because they have no baking powder or pork fat in there. These are good homemade 100% shrimp cakes. So all you gotta do now is just add them to our oil and gently fry them. Now a little bit of care is needed, and we need to control the heat. We do not want to burn these shrimp cakes, so we do not want them to overcook too quickly and be raw on the inside. So nice and steady, a gentle fry, and then turn them over. Now you can turn them as many times as you like. We're just trying to get a nice even golden color on our shrimp cakes, but obviously if you keep turning them, they're not going to cook evenly, so make sure you cook them for about the same time on each side. And once our shrimp cakes have reached that lovely golden crispy outside, we need to take them out. So all we do is take them out, give them a shake just to drain the excess oil, and actually put them to drain the excess oil. Now you can put them on kitchen paper, or you can just put them on a rack. Just drain out the oil and then repeat the process until you have actually cooked all your shrimp cakes. So guys, this is a very simple recipe for an absolutely delicious shrimp cake. Now normally with shrimp cakes you can serve this up with a sweet chili sauce or a plum sauce, and normally serve over boiled rice or with boiled rice. So this is my family recipe. This is the way that we make shrimp cakes in our household. There is no baking powder added, and there is no pork fat for a filler, because obviously we can use 100% shrimp in our homemade shrimp cakes. So that's it guys, all we got to do now is drain and serve. Now if you like the recipe, don't forget, like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll catch you next time.